Hi there. My name is Dylan Monk. I'm here with group number 3 to present a proposal from Out of Hand Theater Company to the Community Foundation for Greater Atlanta Incorporated. My group members are Nina Paisano, Kate Sneed, Shanali Inshantasagui, and Annie Laurent. In summary, this is a proposal for additional staff, funds to support a new position of part-time general manager to the amount of $21,000. The duration of this request would taper down at intervals from 100% of their employee, 100% of the position income for the first year, and then tapering down to 70 and 40, and finally 0% of this salary in the fourth year. As a group, we thought that this proposal would be very efficient at getting the job done. Out of Hand Theater Company has shown meticulous, excellent creative merit, but they lacked formal organization and planning expertise. All of the members involved internally are both creatives and juggling the administrative tasks involved with marketing, contracting, their workshops, concession sales, and running the box office of their theater for all of their shows throughout the year. This, in addition to formulating new material and creating new plays throughout the year, has them stretched a little thin. And self-admittedly, not many of them are very good at administrative tasks. So we think that by hiring a formal, trained administrative staff, they can focus their time more on creating and performing and rehearsing and doing what they do best, instead of the paperwork and managing concessions and promoting their business. So this is in addition to a small toolbox grant funded by the same foundation, but not directed to them. So this would be their first proposal to the Community Foundation for Greater Atlanta. And we found a lot of strengths in this proposal. For creative theater kids, they write very well, which shouldn't be too surprising. We found really compelling language, and it was interesting that they are so self-sustaining and had grown so much notoriety in such a short period of time. They've grown to national recognition in less than 4 years. They have a very highly motivated staff, volunteers, and board. They have diversified funding sources that they've formulated over their 4-year existence, including their box office sales, contracts of theater workshops, the concessions they sell, the workshops they do to other theater, not Luddites, theaterites, and their guest teaching costs. Again, as both creatives and professionals in administrating their tasks, they have really garnered a lot of collective relationships with other organizations. I mean, they have gone into their community and embraced non-theater venues, outdoor festivals, bars, universities, high schools, commercial media outlets, and other exterior theaters to co-produce different projects. They are embedded in their surroundings, and they are utilizing all of the available resources to them. I think they've done a great job diversifying their interests and really investing in themselves and investing in their community to try and maximize their returns. We thought that it was a nice touch that they actively survey their audience. They're soliciting feedback from all of their shows constantly. They're using it to evaluate and adjust with their board and members and staff to evaluate and adjust future efforts. And they have recently been awarded a Toolbox Award for strategic planning. This will become incredibly advantageous to them as they have no real formal training in these types of processes, and they admittedly struggle trying to cover some gaps and coordinate and have some overlap between their small staff trying to organize their calendar events. So that was some of their main weaknesses. We found that they didn't have any recognizable technology. They didn't have a description of their marketing strategy. They've persisted for this long without a formalized calendar is kind of surprising. And that they're splitting their time of their small staff with all of the administrative tasks involved with producing these plays. And there wasn't anything said about the attendance. We were a little concerned about expanding and investing in a company if we can't really say what their attendance to these shows are and if there is room to expand. Judging by the population of Atlanta and the demographics represented in the age group that they're targeting, I would assume that there is, but we would have liked to seen some of those figures. So finally, we would fund it. I think this would be a great job for a new part-time position to fill in administrative tasks and really facilitate the strategic planning that they've been granted previously to enforce their program and really maximize and leverage their incentives. They're already breaking even in their budget, so we really look forward to investing in them and seeing how they could expand with more organized initiatives moving forward. Which draws us right into their sustainability. With a tiny staff, they've already covered all of their costs. I mean, they're spending every penny, but they're not going beyond the money that they have received and the money that they generate. Again, they're assuming that this position will wind up paying for itself as the administrative tasks will taper into different marketing and promotional materials and help consistent organization and raise awareness about the existing shows and leave them more time to develop their criteria. We thought this was a great proposal, and I'd be happy to see some of their plays moving on in the future if I ever go down to the South. Okay, thanks. Take care. Let me know your comments below.